of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, the USC Trojans, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ross. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the ground, it's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
What a start this would be. This crowd roaring to try to get an early 3-and-out. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And this defense starting to become a common thread, man. First drive, they forced the INT after having 4 picks last week. They are finding the football. Nice way to start this football game.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the run, it's Thomas. Across the 25. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Off-play action on first down. Looking down the middle. With the catch, it's Lane. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Quick strike complete.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes it past the marker. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the... And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bruins.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. put something together on this drive. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Man, that is just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
Makes the catch. It's Jordan. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Forced out of the pocket. Looking down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USC!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a deep man. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
To the air on second down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. He'll do it himself. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Making side adjustments here. From the gun, running back on the move. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Trojans. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Fresno State is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Nevada. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But Let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get it.
And he loses the football on the return. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his guy...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They are in danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5. To the air. It's Iamaleava. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And they've regained the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. Finds a man on the right. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks away on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. Is off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield very late in the half. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab at the 30. Gets loose in the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3-8. Big throw, catch and run on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll take it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Griffin.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Quarterback adapting. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Here we go.
Using his feet. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NCAA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bruin. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Stanford. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool, and the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool, it's fun to find out about, and these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell, not just here in the city of Los Angeles.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why He's in the Heisman discussion.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. Looking to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, USC. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Iyamaleava. He's going to run it. Got the first himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45.
Jackrabbit.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Matthews. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bruins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Just going to keep it after the snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose again.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the right. Rolls it in. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Come on, set.
To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Finds the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lane. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David,
turning it on. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. On Wisconsin. They're darn near perfect offensively today, almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice. They're up by 18 over Western Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Get up. Get up. Yep, I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. To the air, it's Iyamaleava. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He caught it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, UCLA!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. They're on it. They recover the onside kick and they get it right back.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the fourth quarter. They're in great position right now to at least tie this game.
Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Marshall. Still running at the 40. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Hard running there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Fires to the middle. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
Timeout, USC.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Dead center perfect. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Maiava. Here's the pressure. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And oh, no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, and take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Gonna run it. It's Thomas. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And the kick is good. He is once, twice, 3 times the kicker, and this one for the game. This isn't the only victory bell in college football, but it is the one that weighs nearly 300 pounds. And this season, it will find its home in Westwood as UCLA takes down USC. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.